Welcome to Opinions in 10, online posts and biblical opinions in under 10 minutes, starting now. Today's post comes from Exotic Potential 3673. My 4-year-old boy's father was murdered this week. He was shot 9 times by a friend that he had when he was younger. He was shot once in the arm and once in the chest. By the time anyone knew anything had happened, he was dead. My boys, twins, know that he's in heaven with Mama, but that's all they know. They've made a comment about the bad man that slapped their daddy into heaven. I guess from hearing me on and off the phone trying to get things figured out. They didn't go to his mother's funeral because we both agreed that we didn't want their last memory of her to be of her in a casket. But this is their father. This is something that is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. I'm torn because I don't know if their little brains can handle something this big right now. I don't know if it could be the cause of some long-term damage. But I also don't want them to wake up one morning as teenagers and feel like they were robbed of seeing their father being buried. The only close blood relatives they have left on their dad's side are their father's aunt and uncle. And that's it. I want to do what's best for them long term, but I'm so upset I can't even think or sleep. I don't know what to do. Please give me some advice. I'm very sorry for your loss. That's a devastating thing to happen. I don't know what happened with his friend, but being shot 9 times seems to indicate that he was nursing some sort of a grudge. As human beings, we are given human emotions that have to be processed in order to move on with our lives. If we don't process our emotions, then we live in them in perpetuity, and that's not good for us or for anyone who is in our lives. If you're going to grieve, the first step is to look at the situation honestly and say, "This is awful. This hurts." This is hard enough to go through as an adult, but trying to go through grief as a 4-year-old is going to be much more difficult because a 4-year-old is just learning about their emotions and has no idea what to do with them. I experienced a death in my close family this year, and I watched one of our family members, who was 3, try to process the information. She just didn't understand. The concept of death is a very hard thing to describe as an adult, so trying to get a child that young to understand it is very difficult as well. Something that can help is ritual. Every culture in the world has rituals. Some have a few, some have many, but the fact that they have them at all would seem to indicate that there is a universal value seen in them. The value is simply this: a ritual connects the people who undergo them to a truth that is otherwise more abstract, something like death. The Bible contains rituals that are connected to all kinds of emotion. You have, for example, things like Passover, which are filled with joy and celebration, and then you have days like the Day of Atonement, which are connected to serious reflection and somberness. That is why there are rituals that are stressed in the Bible. They are important. These rituals are meant to connect a person in a very real way to that which is important, but may seem like an abstract concept. In the West, a funeral is a ritual that we have that is meant to bring family and friends close together to begin the process of grieving a loved one. It begins that process of acceptance and grief. These things have to be experienced to be able to function in life again. Instead of closing out this podcast the usual way, I'm going to end it by practicing another ritual that we have. I'm going to take a moment of silence for your loss. May God bless you and your family during this hard time.